I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you.
What's up, everybody? I'm Fool.
And I'm Main One, and we're Unplugged, Free Your Mind, a show where we discuss and share our perspectives and on an array of topics and world news from an unfiltered, unbiased, and unplugged point of view. What's going on, brother?
Well, I'm pretty sure you can see the shirt. I went and played golf. Going through this swing change is tough. You play a little bit. Fam, I just shot 53 on the front and 39 on the back.
Okay.
But
that ain't bad.
The 39, which is crazy, I should have shot even par on the back. It's like I had a couple putts but the 53, that shit doesn't make no sense. I couldn't get right. I can't get right on the front nine. It didn't matter. First ball gone. I couldn't find it. It was like, yeah, whatever.
Damn, you not like Jalen Rose though, right?
Nah, I'm not gonna miss no ball.
Did you see that shit? That shit, that's crazy.
Well, the problem is for especially beginners like that is number one, he's tall as fuck,
right?
6'8", so he's swinging at the ball. That's why he was missing. He kept swinging at the ball, and if your body move a certain way, like it's not gonna happen. With him being an athlete, he could have stood there flat-footed with his feet together and just did like this and did like that. He would have hit it, but he don't understand that shit. And there
go your lane, man. There go your lane. Teaching athletes.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad you just said that. Let me go to it right now. I'm gonna keep on repeating this. All right. Wifey needs to raise $1,000 by early October for her breast cancer walk. What I did on my Facebook page was that I asked everybody to donate $1. I needed 1,000 people to donate $1. That should be pretty easy. Now, if you're watching, if you're on the Unplugged page, I'm gonna make sure I post this again. I'm gonna need everybody to donate $1. Everybody from the Facebook group is over 500. If everybody donate $2, she got it. So I'm asking for everybody, literally, donate $1. I'm looking right now so I can get the link. Just give me 1 second. And then
send me the link in the
message. I'm looking right now. Give me 1 second, Holmes. I just gotta.
I've already done my part. I already hooked my girl up.
Oh damn! When you did it?
When she first sent it to me. Or when you first sent it to me. Whichever one happened first.
Nope. See, the crazy part about it is I almost got it from the wrong. What's the name?
Oh, let me see if I can find it.
Post from you. It's crazy because it should be the first. It should. There we go. Here it is. All right. Just send it to you in the messenger, right?
I think I got it. Let me see how it shows up on the ticker. Nah, we don't want that.
Hold up. Give me 1 second. See how it come up if you do it this way. And like I said, for everybody, please. We talking about. I'm asking for $1 or $2. If everybody send like 5 or 10, that's it right there. Like it could happen real fast. If you know somebody who has had breast cancer, I think if you told them, they would probably be down to do it. But please, everybody, like if you look at the ticker, and if you can't put it in the comments too, like it might work too. Please, please make sure that you donate. It's for a great cause. Of course, I'm gonna push and promote it because it's wifey or whatever. Please do your part. Do whatever you can, and please spread the word.
KG, what's up?
Tonight we're gonna do our thing like we normally do. Me and Jermaine have been talking, periodically through the week, and it's been certain things that's popped up, and we're gonna touch on it tonight. And if you haven't seen it, then it's gonna be worth checking out. So please make sure that you, even right now, I know it's only 4 people in there, but in the comments, put the city and state where you watching from, and make sure you start tagging people. Damn, you know what, my man, I slipped up. I was gonna go on Clubhouse tonight. I forgot. I gotta do it. I slipped up, but it's all good.
It's all good.
So being with everything that you told me, how you starting off the show? Which one you starting off with?
First, let me give my disclaimer. Everybody, don't mind if I sound a little stuffy. Got some allergy shit going on. It ain't COVID.
Yes, it is. It has to be. It has to be. It's no other way. It has to be.
Fuck it. I'm positive. Yeah. But yeah, I'm stuffy. I got me some tea here, so it won't be long before I'm knocked out. So anyway, yeah, man, it's a lot going on, man. Of course, you got the student loan shit. I really don't want to touch on that shit because, I mean, it is whatever it is. We don't know exactly what it is yet.
No. But wait a minute.
Okay.
Do you plan on touching on that particular fund that you showed me?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. I
was gonna say that might be where you want to start based on us talking about the student, how you touched on the student loan shit just now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let him segue into what he's getting ready to do. For me, everybody, I'm not one of those people who have hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loans. And if this bill or whatever, however they're gonna do it, if it goes through, I appreciate it. I wasn't paying on that shit anyway because I really didn't give a fuck. But my loan's only like 13. So I fall into the category of the Pell Grant, and you would get up to 20,000. So mine should be white clean, but we shall see. But once again, and based on what Jermaine has said to me, why is it that people should have to qualify? If you're gonna delete the debt and get rid of it, why not just go ahead and get rid of it? Like, why does it have to be why does it have to be stipulations? So go ahead, Holmes.
Yeah. So if you read through, if anybody bothered to read through and it's right there on the student aid fund or whatever shit.gov. It's on their website, so it maps out everything that you have to do or what they say. So first, you have to remember everything that we deal with is you have to watch the language. So while you got all these the squad, all these members from these political pundits saying, oh, he's canceling student debt, this is going to shrink the racial wealth gap, this is going to help black people and all this kind of shit, when really, when you look at the wording, it says up to $10,000. It says 20,000, like Fu said about the Pell Grant and stuff like that. But if it's not, it's up to $10,000. That's one. Then if it's privatized, then they don't have to do it at all. They don't have to. They're not even a part of that. If it's under a private loan, if you took out a private loan, then that doesn't even you're not even qualified for that. Third, in January, the pause is going to stop. How convenient! After the election, after the midterms, the pause is going to stop. So let's say here's a scenario, because I know somebody who's going through this right now. And if you don't have student loans and you've never taken out a student loan, then I feel like you don't even need to be having this conversation anyway, because it don't even fucking apply to you. I have student loans. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact that my student loans in the last 10 years have gotten sold at least 5 times. And every time it gets sold, the balance goes up. And I'm like, damn, how the fuck the balance keep going up every time it goes to a different person, right? So that's the Sally Mae's and all this damn shit. Sally Mae changed her damn name, changed their name to Nav. net this, nav that. So all these damn what they call them, these loan places, and they're pretty much just loan sharks. So they're in the pockets of people in DC. So that's why you got all this stuff. So that's why all this stuff to me is political. So that I made a post about this being political. That, I mean, if you can't see that, Stevie Wonder can see that this is political, because all this happening right before midterms, right? So, I mean, the student loan thing, I mean, if it helps some people out, that's great. But like I was saying, I got a friend of mine who is $75,000 in student debt. So let's say $10,000 get wiped out. So that's $65,000. Well, if their income doesn't increase, when the pause stop in January, the interest is going to start accumulating again. So if their income hasn't increased to be able to pay the loan and the interest, then they're going to be right back in the same place in a couple of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is either wipe all the shit away or leave the fucking shit there alone. I mean, all that in the middle shit, that, or I'm gonna cut a little bit of it, it makes no sense. So a friend of mine on Twitter, he, all this stuff was going on, and I want to know if anybody's ever heard of the Judgment Fund. So he was like, "You ever heard of the Judgment Fund?" I said, "No, I never heard of the Judgment Fund." He said, "What's that?" So hold on, I got a video that can explain it a little bit better than I can explain it. Let me find it real quick. Hold on.
While we waiting, everybody, if it's five, it says there's 5 people watching live right now. Please share this on your page. If you're watching on Facebook, share this on your page. Tag people. If you haven't already, make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe to Unplugged FYM. Tell some people. We're doing our best to hit 500 subscribers. Like, I'm doing my best right now to share this and put it in groups and things like that. Oh man, hold up. I forgot about that. It didn't pop up. And we always appreciate y'all jumping on, because like certain things just need to be said. Because I'm sitting here like Jermaine got a couple of things he's gonna touch on. I can't wait, because we talk about this shit all the time. Here we go.
If you guys keep sending that garbage out, yeah, but it's not true.
President Biden fervently denied reports that his administration could pay $450,000 per person to families separated at the border during the Trump administration.
That's not going to happen.
But the ACLU says they're negotiating a deal with the Biden Justice Department. And the fact is, billions are paid out each year to settle lawsuits against the United States government using a little-known account called the Judgment Fund. It's the same fund the Justice Department will use to pay about $130 million to Parkland shooting victims after the FBI failed to act on tips saying the perpetrator was planning a school shooting. So what is the Judgment Fund? The Bureau of Fiscal Service describes it as a way to, quote, pay final money judgments and awards against the United States. In other words, it's a limitless bank account to pay for government screw-ups, which include everything from federal tort claims to medical malpractice against the VA. In 2011, the Judgment Fund paid out more than $2.9 billion. In 2015, 8,600 claims cost taxpayers nearly $2.6 billion. And in 2020, 7,500 payments totaled $14.2 billion. Nebraska Senator Deb Fischer introduced the Judgment Fund Accountability Act, which would block payments to people who enter the U.S. illegally. The bill would also require descriptions of the alleged wrongdoing behind each claim.
Well, I think it's important for Congress to have oversight when it comes to an obscure government fund that seems to be very secretive.
Secretive because who the payments are made to and why is often redacted. These 2 claims are entirely under seal, including the department responsible and the amount paid. The payments are supposed to be for legitimate settlements in court cases, But in cases like these, it's impossible for the public to know.
There are instances when it has not been used in that way, and the taxpayer needs to know that.
The former director of the Justice Department's torts branch, Jeffrey Axelrad, says he witnessed attempted misuses firsthand and stopped those payments from going through.
Government attorneys have a job to do, and that is to see settlements are not excessive or raids on the Treasury.
Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give
In 2017, before the House Judiciary Committee, former DOJ attorney Paul Figley made examples of cases where settlements cost more than $100 million each.
Each paid much more money than the government was likely to lose in court. Decisions to settle them on generous terms appear politically motivated.
So what do you think of the judgment fund? Let us know in the comments below.
So, as the representative Deb said, this fund right here is not even nobody's even taking accountability for the money and all stuff that comes out. Nobody oversees it. It's almost like the Federal Reserve. The Congress they don't oversee it. The president don't oversee it. It's just money sitting there. So when they come out with these talking points saying, well, how are we going to pay for this? How are we going to pay for that? And then when you see something like that, this is where they pay some of this stuff from.
Did I hear that right? What year was that they said they paid $14 billion? Was that last year?
Yeah. No, I think it was like 2016, 17, maybe.
So it jumped up from $2 billion to $14 billion.
Oh, let me scroll back.
Yeah, if you watch that video, it jumped 7 times. 7 times the amount.
Yeah. So it went from, in 2015, it went from 2 billion to 14 billion in 2020. So it paid out 14 billion in 2020.
Okay. So in 2020, it paid out 14 billion. In 2020, that's kind of the starter when something changed or whatever in our daily lives per se. Mm-hmm. And I think people were distracted by whatever was going on. So even if they did know about this, they wouldn't have noticed that extra $12 billion that all of a sudden had to be paid out. Because the question now turns into, where did that money go to? And based on what Jermaine just said, here's the question, everybody. If there's no regulation, if nobody knows who's getting paid or this, that, whatever, who's to say they're legitimate lawsuits that they're paying out? How do we not know that these are the players that sit down with each other saying, you know what, let me sue you for this so we can get this and we just go ahead and split the money? And we'll never know. None of us will never know because this is the game that they play.
Yep. And on this show, we have receipts. So in the comments, if you don't believe we're here, all we're here is we're information givers. We're here putting out the information that you're not going to hear on CNN. You're not going to hear about this on MSNBC. You're not going to hear about this on Fox. You're not going to hear about this on none of these mainstream media outlets. You'll get it here in other independent media outlets here on YouTube or wherever you subscribe to get your independent media from. So here's the link. I just put it in the chat. I'm gonna show y'all just a little search that I was telling Food that I did the other day. And this is just, I got it set for, and maybe too small for y'all to see this. Let's see if I can. You see that pretty good?
Nope. Got to keep going.
God. How about now?
Nah, it's still on our. The only thing that's clear is all the way at the top where it says Judgment Fund Payment Search. That right there. To me, is I can't tell. I can't see nothing.
You can't see nothing? Damn. Nope. All right. Well, it don't make no sense. Well, anyway, if you go here and you just do a search for let's just say immigration. So we know immigration is DHS. So we're gonna do DHS. And then we're gonna go down here. Let's just add all. And we're going to generate a report. And I'll scroll down. So I don't know if y'all can see this number.
Yeah, I can. It's not. If you make it, if you go like one more size bigger, that's perfect. Yep, perfect.
So between January 22 and August 26, this is what's been paid out in lawsuits out of that fund.
You know, based on this conversation, something just popped in my head that should show everybody how fucked up this government is. I think it was Reagan that did it. I think it was in his era or whatever, when they start shutting down the mental health facilities, and they also start shutting down, like they shut down all those community centers that we had where we would go and play sports and stuff like that, because they used to always talk about funding. How the fuck they shut that type of stuff down, but they had the money? Like, then it's proven right now. Here's where they could have got the money from. That's fucked up. Like, that's real fucked up, because now it turns into, to be honest with you, now that this is known, people need to start suing the government. If you sue the government and you have a legitimate case, they can't say they ain't got the money. They should settle.
So that's where the federal tort. That's the last link I just put. It is the Federal Tort Claims Act. So you have to make a claim with them, with the federal government, to get paid. So this is what it says. It says the Federal Tort Claims Act, FTCA, is federal legislation enacted in 1946 that provides a legal means for compensating individuals who have suffered personal injury, death, or property loss or damage caused by the negligent or wrongful act or omission of an employee of the federal government. That sounds like slavery. That sounds like shit that happened during Reconstruction. That sounds like redlining. While there are exceptions to what claims may be payable under the FTCA, it generally allows individuals to recover monetary damages from the United States under circumstances where the United States, if a private person, would be liable in accordance with the law of the place where the negligent or wrong act or omission occurred. Hey, everybody, the links are there. You can go read it, read yourself, read through it, familiarize yourself with that stuff. I mean, like I said, it's just money there that that's being used, in my opinion, being misappropriated
in every single way. And it also seems like that money is there. That money has been there. So since it's been there, this is where the money was for us to actually get what we was due. Especially our ancestors. But of course, they keep shit like that away from us.
But it's in plain sight. You just have to know how to get to it. You just have to have the right people to know how to get to it and know where to look for it at.
Man, I love the fact that now, you know, something like this is known, along with the fact that your peoples just happened to send it to you, and on top of that, you found that goddamn video, yo.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm assuming you didn't get that video off of main. That don't seem like a mainstream media site. That dude.
Nah, it was on YouTube.
Oh, that was a YouTube dude.
Yeah, nah. I mean, this is YouTube. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but shit, it ain't get flagged.
Cause that's some shit them motherfuckers they can't deny, yo.
Yeah, I mean, if you do a YouTube search for the Judgment Fund, you'll see tons of videos on that shit. But who the fuck ever heard of the Judgment Fund? I ain't heard of the shit until 3 or 4 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to play this too, because this is what I was saying. This goes back to the student loan thing. These motherfuckers, I keep telling people, these motherfuckers do not care. Republican, Democrat, they don't care about. I'm frozen.
Are you surprised?
No, I'm not surprised.
There you go. There you go. You back.
Yeah, but they don't care. They flip flop. They flip flop depending on who's in the seat. Because this was in June of 2021, right? So
I think that the President of the United States has the power for debt forgiveness. He does not. He can postpone, he can delay, but he does not have that power. That has to be an act of Congress. I don't even like to call it forgiveness because that implies a transgression. It's not to be forgiven. Just freeing people from those obligations. So that's not even a discussion. Not everybody realizes that, but the president can only postpone, delay, but not forgive.
this damn vampire right here,
Nah, she's not a vampire. She's a reptilian.
whatever she is. Oh, shit. Fuck up over here.
the way that shit clanging, you better finish it before you tip that motherfucker over.
Man, for real. But yeah, that's all I had on that, man. Like I said, everybody do your due diligence. Don't trust me. Trust your own self. Read for yourself, and familiarize yourself with that, because that is something that can come in handy.
You got everybody. Y'all got to excuse me. I'm still sending people messages for the podcast. So I'm hitting a bunch of people on the messenger as we speak. So hopefully these numbers are gonna keep going up. Side note, while we get ready to segue to something else, if you scroll up a little bit and check the messages, I'm gonna need everybody that's watching right now. Please go donate to Wifey's breast cancer walk. Please, she needs $1,000 by October, and if everybody donated, all my Facebook friends donated $1. Matter of fact, if all my Facebook friends donate 25 cents, she got it. So I'm asking for 1,000 people to donate $1. We should be good.
It's scrolling across the screen. We're gonna keep it scrolling all night. Oh, while everybody was sleeping, the United States sent some airstrikes over to Syria again. We just bombing the shit out of that damn place.
Oh, but we stand with Ukraine.
You won't hear shit. You won't hear this shit on CNN. You won't hear this shit on no news outlets. How we bombing the shit out of these damn black and brown countries. It was Somalia a couple of months ago. Syria. Oh, I got another. Where is that one at?
And if anybody wants to come on camera, speak their piece, whether you agree with us or disagree with us, you're more than welcome. Y'all know the option is always there for you. So please don't ever forget that.
Hey, and I said this last night on the show I was on last night, but this is why they hate Trump so bad. It's not because he's any different than they are. I mean, if you look at his foreign policy, you look at how he governs just like Obama, he governs just like Biden does, but all he does is he says the quiet shit out loud. And they don't like that shit. They want the quiet shit to stay quiet. And when he just say everything, and they can't control him.
I want to thank the president for the job they've done. Again, this has been thousands of years in the process between borders, between these countries and other countries that we're involved with 7,000 miles away. So we want to worry about our things. We're keeping the oil. We have the oil. The oil is secure. We left troops behind only for the oil. And I have to just finish by saying that the president and I we've been very good friends. We've been friends for a long time, almost from day one. And we understand each other's country. We understand where we're coming from. I understand the problems that they've had, including many people from Turkey being killed in the area that we're talking about. And he has to do something about that also. It's not a one-way street. So I just want to say it's a great honor to have you both, and thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Man, he sounded like Debo a little bit. Then he said, "We have the oil, keeping the oil,
And we here for the oil, and we here for it.
And we're gonna leave some troops over there just to make sure y'all don't try no bullshit." Can't get no more gangster than that.
But the flip side is, if it was a Democrat, because they won't say anything about it, then the people out there, they cool with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
All right. So what's your next video, Holmes?
Man. So if everybody don't know by now, Aaron Rodgers broke the internet this weekend. He was or whenever him and Joe Rogan sat down for an interview. So Aaron Rodgers was on Joe Rogan and was talking about, you know, everything he went through during the pandemic, you know, as far as not saying he was jabbed and the media saying that he was lying and all this kind of stuff like that. When if you watch the clip, you watch the video, he clearly told he never lied. They never asked the question. So as a journalist, if you don't ask the question, how can you expect somebody to answer the question if you don't ask the question?
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't ask the question, so he didn't answer the question. But to the media, and this is what this lets me know, he did so much more research than any of these pundits on TV has ever done. All they doing is following the script. He actually did some research. So he's on Joe Rogan's clip. Go watch his clip. We're not going to play his clip, but we are going to talk about somebody that, you know, I did have a little bit of respect for this guy before all this pandemic stuff started happening. And then I just play it. I'll let y'all hear it. Oh, I forgot to bring it into the stream.
Admitting to purposefully misleading the media about his vaccination.
And I want y'all to check out how they got the title. Aaron Rodgers admits to misleading the media. He didn't admit to anything on Joe Rogan's podcast. So, but that right there, that heading will have people thinking that that's what he did.
Status last season. This during an appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience. Rodgers said he was, quote, immunized heading into last season before missing a game due to health and safety protocols before confirming he was unvaccinated. Shannon, what's your reaction?
I mean, look, he can use all the semantics that he wants to, Skip. He lied. And he purposefully lied because he thumbed the nose because he didn't like the NFL's policy. He knew that, okay, you want to use the term immunized? Okay, fine. But you know you were supposed to mask up around other people in the building, at press conference, and you didn't. So you were leading people to think because you were immunized, you were leading to the media and the other people around you that you were vaccinated, and you weren't. So you want to use all the semantics and the word because what Aaron Rodgers thought that he was above this policy. Aaron Rodgers thought, I'm Aaron Bleeping Rodgers. I'm a three-time league MVP. I'm a Super Bowl MVP. I'm one of the handful of best players in all of football. This is not applicable to me. This is applicable to you guys. And he want to blame the woke and the cancel culture. No, this was all about Aaron Rodgers thinking that the NFL COVID policy was not applicable to him. Nothing more, nothing less. Look, there's no denying the guy's talent. He's a top 5 quarterback. When it's all said and done, you can make a case he might be a top 5 player if he can get another championship. That's undeniable. But as a person, he's a horrible person. He's a liar. He's arrogant. He's aloof. For lack of a better word, he's a prick. And I'm so over him. Skip, this was done Nobody was even talking about Aaron Rodgers and what he lied about last year or what he deliberately misled about. He went on there to rehash that because he wants to thumb his nose. I did that, NFL, and I'll do it again.
And that's what he did.
I just want him to just like, as much as criticism that I left, I'm gonna miss Tom. When he retires,
Yeah.
might be one of a handful of best days of my life because I am so sick of talking about his bull jive. On the field, he's sensational, but off the field, I got nothing for him.
I want to before Jermaine says what he says, I want everybody to understand something. Even though if y'all watching our show, then you already know what the deal is. Let's get something straight because Aaron Rodgers already put this to rest last year. The NFL and the Green Bay Packers knew his status from the beginning. If they knew it from the beginning, he didn't lie to anybody. So Shannon Sharp, and please, I'm begging anybody out there, tag Shannon Sharp's horse bronco face looking ass and tell him to shut the fuck up. Even talking about this over his face, it's already been scientifically proven it does not prevent anything. So shut the fuck up and stop it. More importantly, Aaron Rodgers put it out there. He has the receipts. He has documentation from a numerous amount of doctors about all of this, and he's not giving you talking points. He's giving you scientific facts. So whether it's Shannon Sharp or whether it's Stephen A. Smith, both of y'all, pump your brakes, kick rocks, and shut the fuck up, yo. Go ahead, Jay.
Nah, man, you said it all, bro. I ain't got to say no more. You got somebody in comment. Right. I don't want to mess their name up, but they said the NFL declared the pandemic over in January. Why is the NBA still pushing? Bro, they gonna keep pushing. Well, it's the same reason why we still keep hearing the commercials. You can't turn on the radio without hearing the commercial. Go get your COVID shot. Go get your COVID. Damn, I said it. Fuck. Go get your jab. Your Fauci-ouchie. I mean, they're gonna keep pushing this, and I mean, I don't know why. Most people at this point is like, man, I ain't getting that shit. So I don't know, man. Shannon Sharp is, like I said, Aaron Rodgers did more research than any of these clowns on TV probably have ever done.
Aaron Rodgers and Kyrie Irving, both of them.
Yeah, right, on this subject, and for them to be just talking about these guys like that, it's just crazy to me. But yeah, he's a prick. I mean, when I saw that today, I was like, damn. But whatever.
Shannon Sharp, like seriously, and this is I actually want to. I think I may clip off that little part of my little rant a few seconds ago, and I'm gonna blast that shit everywhere because Shannon Sharp, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, yo. You literally ought to be ashamed of yourself for saying that bullshit. Yo, Vince, we see your comments. And stop posting them fucking pictures in paradise. I'm about sick of you, yo. I'm looking at you on boats and yachts and all this other shit. Stop bragging. I know you living good, but goddamn.
Yeah, Vince, did you move?
Yes, he's gone. He's living in paradise, fam.
Bro, I ain't get the memo. I missed that.
Yeah, he gone.
Damn. All right.
That's why he's laughing, because he know I ain't wrong.
Damn.
If you can you pull up that picture about the with the one of the sponsors for the tennis US Open, whatever the hell they playing? The one I sent you in the messenger? You was like,
okay.
Since we kind of on the subject, let's go ahead and mention this one once he pulls up this picture. Pay very close attention to one of the sponsors for the tennis US Open.
Shit, I ain't even pay attention. You said it to me.
Okay, everybody, he's gonna make it bigger.
Oh, it need to be
As big as
bigger.
he possibly can, so y'all can see it. Okay. Now, for everybody out there, this is the U.S. Open. Mind you, where Djokovic was arguably the greatest male tennis player of all times, where he got criticized or whatever, because he's been getting criticized. He's one of the athletes also that's saying, nah, I'm good. I'm not fucking with that shit. Look who one of the sponsors is. How ironic. This is what happens in this type of country, in the country where the pharmaceutical companies, more proof of how money can get you anything. Period.
Mm-hmm.
As long as people are getting sponsors and shit like that, then they cool with it. And I'm gonna go a different route with what I'm saying. With me playing golf, and when you play a game like this, especially professional golfers, you look for sponsorships. And by you looking for sponsorships, the money you get will help you work on your game and pay for tournaments and travel expenses and things like that, how it goes. I'm letting y'all know right now, all money ain't good money. I'm not just going to accept money from any and everybody in my journey because your morals, ethics, and values may not be up to par with me. I can't support you and put your business on my back. No, I'm not going to do that. But other people, like, they have issues. They have issues with, they cool with just going and putting anything on their back. All right, can y'all read that? So now it's infighting amongst the thieves. But here's the funny thing. Infighting amongst the thieves, I wouldn't be surprised they got some of that money from the Judgment Fund.
Ain't no telling, man. But like you said, you're not willing to compromise, but you got Stephen A. Smith. He'll gladly go on TV and he brags about it. He's like, I ain't letting nothing mess up my bag. Nothing. And you know what I always say? I stay away from people who would do anything for money. If you do anything for money, that means you'll crack me upside my head for some money.
And not even a lot of money.
Right. So I stay clear of people like that.
This just Vince, we not gonna break down the mRNA to people. And I only reason why I would say that is because we've kind of had, we've had that discussion. We've had the doctors on and everything like that and talked about it. So you know how this shit go. And at this point, if these people don't get it, fuck it. Like, and I'm talking about the ones, like, the reason why I make that statement is because the people who consistently watch our show, we're on the same page. We get it. But a lot of people out there, they're to the point now where they get it, but it's proof that they just don't care. And the crazy the crazy part about all of this is I've been reading in certain places that the side effects are coming out more and more. And people like, oh shit, I fucked up. Yeah. But we was telling you, think it through. Make an informed decision. Y'all was rushing to get this. You got it. Guess what? Unfortunately, you get what you pay for. And in this instance, you got it for free. They gave it away. And you gladly accepted it. Just like I said a few minutes ago, all money ain't good money. And when you get things for free, it's very rare that it's going to be good. And you got the gut. Okay, all right, let's just put this out. Let's just put this out there. What has the government ever given us for free that was actually good? That government cheese wasn't good. That fucking, like, the shit they was giving out was never good. It was feasible. It was enough. It was something you could use. It was never good. You trusted this government, to put something in your body for health purposes, the same people who tell you that milk is healthy. Okay, you got it. Cool.
But you know, they sold people on getting back to normal. And like I said on your live a couple of days ago, a lot of people chose to conform to get back to norm.
Oh, you know what? Thank you. You just said something that made me reflect on something I was thinking about in the car. I'm gonna need everybody out there. We got to start checking people. Let's just put this out there. Stop referring to a time period in the past 2 years as the C word. It wasn't. It was 2020, it was 2021, and it was 2022. Please stop doing that shit. Please. Because the more you keep putting that out into the universe, the more it becomes true. It ain't never been a break in the time from what we know where it was, okay, the Great Depression, if I'm not mistaken, what, 1929 was that shit? 1920, whatever the fuck it was.
Something like that.
Okay, they gave it a name, but it was a date. Stop just referring to, oh, during the C word, I couldn't do this. Stop it. You couldn't do it because you ain't want to do it. You chose not to do it. Stop that bullshit. Don't blame that shit on your business. None of that shit. Because people embrace that shit and they got exactly what they accepted. I didn't stop moving different. Anybody that knows me know I ain't stopped moving different at all. Fuck that. Why would I? This is my motherfucking life. So the fact that y'all accepted it, it is what it is. But stop claiming that shit because it was nothing but a plan. You're not supposed to fall for the man's plan. But our people are the main ones in line accepting that shit. They just, and my man, I saw a dude the other day. I swear, I wanted to take a picture of him. The sweat was drenching off of his face. He was overweight, walking with a book bag and a bag in his hand with one of these on his face. And I'm looking at him like, I hope that dude don't pass the fuck out. What the fuck are you doing? It's hot as fuck out. It's 90-something degrees. Seriously? For what? I digress. I'm sorry. Couldn't help.
You good.
Any more? You got any more tidbits, Holmes?
Nah, I'm good.
But we're not gonna stay on long because my man's he got to get some rest, you know, because he tested positive. You know, he decided to not listen to his body to see that he's sick, so he decided to take a test to tell him what's wrong.
Right.
So he was like, you know what, fuck. Matter of fact, he took 3 tests.
Right.
He took 3 tests. 2 of them was negative and 1 was positive. So he said, "Fuck it, I'm positive."
I was positive in this nose and negative twice in that nose. and I tested positive for Lyme disease and monkeypox. I'm just all fucked up over here.
Do you have Ebola?
I may have a certain strand of Ebola.
Oh shit. Oh man, this is the world that we live in, everybody. This is it right here. But yo, we appreciate everybody jumping on. Like I said, it's not going to be a long show. We working on getting a couple guests and everything like that because we got to make sure we getting y'all the right information. Lastly, please, I'm going to ask again, if y'all look across the screen at the bottom, it has a particular website. Please go on that website and donate to my girl's breast cancer walk. She's actually going to be doing the walk or whatever. Every little bit counts. I'm literally asking for everybody to donate $1. If 1,000 people donate $1, she reaches her goal. So once you donate, please send it to like 10 people, y'all. $10 can add up real quick. If 10 people donate $1 and we keep on doing that shit, she should have $1,000 fast as hell. So we appreciate y'all time as usual. Vince, you know, brother, enjoy, do your thing. We definitely proud of you and happy for you. I can only imagine. And make sure y'all tune in next week. please make sure that you stay woke and don't be afraid to speak your mind. I'm serious. You don't have to do it on no ignorant shit. Just make a person think. Literally, just make a person think. What I would do for a lot of people that's rocking one of these, how many people wearing one of these still got sick? If you got sick, what the fuck are you wearing that shit on your face for? Matter of fact, I might get a shirt made like that. If you wearing one of these and you've gotten sick since wearing it, why do you still have it on your face? Please answer that question. And I don't think anybody can. So once again, we appreciate y'all. And Jermaine, I hope you feel better from all of the ailments that you have, from all the positive tests that you've taken. Take a quarantine for 3.5 hours, and then you should be okay.
Yeah.
And you should be fine. And we will most definitely see everybody next week.
Peace.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you.